What's up? How? Oh, hello, everybody. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening. I was about to say good morning. Yes, we've literally just said it was evening, and I've already forgotten it. It's great. Let me.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Good morning, Nick, because Nick always says good morning. Good morning, Nick. But how is everybody? We've got stuff to talk about. Many things. Let me actually get up the list again because I've already forgotten what the actual order was. We're gonna start with that. Okay. But yeah, you just woke up. Yeah, it's valid. It is valid. But it's also music.
My window real quick.
Let me sort that out real quick. There we go. Let's turn that down. Because the music's a bit loud. Fair enough. Yes, because I turned it down in my ears and I forgot about it. Alf! Good day, my friend.
Yo, it's Alf.
It's Alf!
Nice.
My dude! Yes. What a season we have had. It's been very mixed bag. I think some of it was just unlucky placement, what teams are in tier 3. I haven't actually looked that far. I have not looked that far. But I can tell you, it's going to be an interesting season this season. Because when I last checked on the LOS website, I think it said only 36 teams had registered across all tiers. So that's 20 teams less than last season. So it's going to be. It's interesting, for sure. Unless they just haven't finished accepting everybody, as it were. Let's have a quick look on the website.
Yeah, maybe they're still in the process of verifying a few of them.
Yeah, they're verifying because it's now gone up to 43, so they're still verifying a couple of them. Because at last check, we only had 3 UTB teams registered, and I'm pretty sure we have 4. I'm pretty sure we have 4. But that is, let's see. Where are we? Yep, there it is. That's the 4th one. Yep, they're now there. Wonderful, yes. So yeah, nice. it is less teams at the minute, but we'll find. Well, they should be fully confirmed by midnight tonight, because I think next week is actually week 1, if I am not mistaken. July 8th. Yeah, next week is week 1, so it'll be midnight tomorrow. Sorry, not tonight. Tomorrow. That all teams will be confirmed. So, yes. It's going to be an interesting season. But we're not talking about next season just yet. We're talking about this season that has just happened. And we're just going to go straight into it, since I've got Nomi here on the line straight away. As a, what I was first saying, what were your thoughts in terms of how you felt that you, as an individual, played last season? Like, were there things that you felt like maybe you just weren't quite in the right headspace with some of the games, or maybe you thought, "Oh, I'm doing much better than I normally would"? Like, how do you think you played as a player last season?
Yes, so it's been interesting. It's been a mixed bag. I think at the start, or just before the season started, I did some like keybind swap that would in the long run probably make me better, but I also threw off my game a little bit for a bit. But I think at the season start I had it all down. Okay. We start the season, we've always had the mindset when I was on the UTB main team, we're playing for fun, it's not going to be too sweaty, but we want to win as well, right?
Yeah, always. That's always the mentality. Like, you always want to win, but if you don't win, it's no big deal.
It's no big deal, yeah.
Kind of like at the end of the game, it's a game. You should have fun with it, no matter. Because it's not like, oh, your career is on the line here. It's just like it's a game. Yeah, you have fun.
Exactly. So it's been all right. I mean, so I say mixed bag because I know how, like, from earlier season, what UTB has been like capable of, the main team. But we definitely went downhill in terms of how we played together as a team. I won't say that we went down individually, any one of us, or like in terms of skill or anything like that. It's just the chemistry started to fade a little bit. I mean, that happens. It generally happens. I couldn't pinpoint any singular reason for it, why, but that's how I felt as an individual player. Like, I love Longy and Salad. They know that. And if I had the chance, I would probably play with them whenever I can and again. But at the same time, I also wanted to kind of keep playing Rocket League on a team and maybe try something different, because I didn't feel like we was gonna get anywhere with the heading we had at that time. So I told the guys that, yeah, maybe I'll step down and become a sub or even a coach for the main team. But then the opportunity presented itself with Pain and Reason needing a teammate for their team. So I was like, let's try this, because I know Pain. I have seen Reason a little bit play, and I mean, no harm in trying. And I mean, our tryouts went very well. We had fun playing together. They're hilarious. We have a lot of, I think we made like 10 inside jokes in the first session. So
that's a good starting point. It's a very good starting point when you can actually, socially connect quite well. Like that's always the first barrier when you're joining a new team is like how well do you work socially?
Exactly. Like if you don't have that like vibe on like a, you could say, personal level and stuff like that, then it can translate into the game. So it was all fun in games. We had fun. We made some plays happen. I was like, all right, let's do this. So that made a new team, which we will touch upon in a bit. I do want to continue on though. That just to end my thoughts, how I felt as a player is generally I've been feeling like I've improved in a lot of aspects, mechanical wise, but team player wise is what kind of I felt like not really there. And since I've always, many people know, I'm not really that mechanical. I'm just kind of quick and get a good shot in there.
Yeah.
And so when I started to have to rely on my mechanics, it just didn't work for me in the team. And so that's where I'm at. I think as a player, that's what made me change is definitely just was a me problem. I think against Salad or Longy. But yeah, that was how I saw it as a player.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel you where the whole not being a mechanics player. It's just like I'm playing as a all round, like I can do most things at an average level, not like one specific thing. And it's like I think every team kind of needs a player that's an average at everything, rather than so you have like your one good mechanics player, your one like great defense, and then you have your one that can kind of do a little bit of everything. I think it's probably kind of a good way to look at a team is if you have that kind of balance, then you are pretty set in a way. And I think that from what I've seen, that you're that kind of like all-round kind of player rather than specifically focusing on one thing or another. Like you can do mechanics, but it's like you're an all-round kind of player from what like I'm watching, which is I think that's probably where you feel a little output because you can't keep up with your Salad who's doing the mechanics. Like I don't know how you feel about that, like in terms of like
definitely
felt a bit out. It's like did you feel like you couldn't quite keep up maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with what you're saying. It's I felt like my role in the UTB main team was definitely be a little bit of everything, because Salad, he was no doubt a mechanical guy, and Longy he had a good defense. I think me and Longy both were kind of all rounders, but it still worked for like very well. I think we could switch roles very quickly. So yeah, I mean, I think Elf, you're saying I have good mechanics. I love you, like you're a goat, but in terms of mechanics compared to Salad and stuff like that, I don't have any. So yeah, I just fell out of it. Maybe we could definitely have made like watched some replays and done this and that, but I think because of everyone's schedule and the amount of time and effort we all could put into it, it wasn't realistic. So I thought maybe it is good to get someone else for the main team as well, because they still want to play. And I don't just want to be there miserable, be like, oh guys, I suck, and I guess I'm just gonna drag you guys down with me because I'm not gonna gonna get rid of me that easily. I did say that at one point, but that was just a joke. So so that's what ultimately led to it.
Yeah, I mean, like at the end of the day, I still think like it wouldn't have been too much of a loss if he just became a sub, but because the opportunity arose for a different position, then like it depends on what you're looking for, because it's whether you want to be more on the competitive side or not. Like if you wanted to try and keep up the high competitiveness, as it were, then maybe this new team will see what happens, how competitive you want to take it.
Well, speaking on that, this new team is it's kind of crazy. The name, which you'll find out soon, It's not a coincidence. It's very fitting for how we play. So who knows how this is gonna go? It's gonna be interesting. I'll tell you guys this much. It's gonna be a show to watch, a spectacle, should we say?
Yeah. Well, I currently have not got anything from our next guest because they're not online. So we'll skip past that and come back to him later because I have messaged. And
yeah, we can talk about a little bit out of the outside POV then.
Yeah, we can guess that. So when obviously you weren't playing and you're sitting in streams and whatnot watching, what were your takeaways like as a supporter, fan of whoever was playing? What stood out to you as like that was what UTB is all about, or that's like maybe we should try and sort something out there? What did you kind of think about those kind of things?
Yeah, so it's been last season in review. If we could like do a little bit of that right now, that would be, I think, as a viewer, a very, very big season for UTB as a whole, as like this whole kind of, could I call it franchise? Not really, maybe more of community. A lot of intro videos, a lot of new teams, a lot of content, like generally probably peak in terms of like activity from our side. And it's been great as a viewer. It's been even better as a community member because it just drives up the motivation when you see like yourself in like a video, or you see other people with the same like club name UTB, and you're part of this whole massive thing that it has become, because that does drive up like as a viewer it's very interesting and engaging, but as like a community member it's like very motivating and inspiring, could you say?
Yeah. Almost like some of the team members are like role models. You'd like, they are, stood out, always getting MVP. Maybe something I could learn from them, kind of thing.
Oh yeah. Like I could give an example on the Depression guys. In terms of skill level, MMR wise, like mechanic wise, they were a new addition, and they were kind of crazy, let's just say. And playing against them, we had in-house scrims, and watching them play is just good to like see. All right, there's also this level, and they're like a part of our team group now. You can get role models, but you can also get some good rivalry in there, I think, like healthy competition.
Yeah.
Because if I can speak for myself, it was like very good. I got like, all right, these guys are this good, I can get there too, right?
Yeah.
So it was very, you could say, drive, like it gave me at least a drive force to become better at the game. But what about you, Ty? What do you think? As you've been casting a lot, you've been very active this last season. How has it been for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like it's been from especially like against all the teams that we played, all the teams that we have played against, whether it be other UTB teams or not, they have all been fairly well matched. It's never been one. I think there's only like one or two instances where one team was that much better, but most of the other times it was always taking it to game 5 in a lot of situations. There's some game 4s, some game 5s, and so it's quite well balanced, and a lot of time it's not like a big score either. So looking at it, it was definitely, there's a lot to try and remember because there's so many games to go back on, but seeing the general improvement from the teams as the season progressed was also very good. Like, you never saw one team kind of like stop and just be like, here is my level, and then kind of like drop off. It was like they did progressively get better as the season went on. It was just a bit unfortunate with some of the matchups right at the end where, we had depression versus main team, kind of like having to do a knockout of each other. It's like, that's a bit sad. Like, we kind of wanted that a bit later on, but that's just how the matchings worked, which is very, very unfortunate. But it was also interesting casting different series, because it wasn't just LOS that I casted, because we also did have the Godfathers playing in the Royalty series, and they did actually pretty well. I think their series is over. I can't remember if I think their series is over now, and when I last checked, they were ranked 6th, which is actually pretty solid from a team that only joined us this season, coming in and showing quite a show of strength, coming in at 6th out of I don't know how many teams, quite a few teams. So yeah, it was definitely interesting to see how they played in comparison to like the rest of the UTB players played. It was different level. We'll put it that way. It's like, it's a different level of how they play, because when you play enough of Lost Champs, you kind of start getting used to some of the people that you're playing with, until, you know, some get much better and go up ranks, or some kind of drop down because, you know, they've stepped away for a bit. It was definitely refreshing to see someone new come in.
Yeah, it's a different scene, like all new faces from that realm, you could say. As you said, we're like kind of used to seeing LOS teams battling it out, and we have mostly an idea of what we can expect from most of the teams, I'd say. But yeah, from the different scene and, you know, different league, you get new players, new types of playstyles, new level, like higher level, lower level. It all of it is there. So yeah, definitely that they were a very good, you could say, bolster. Like it was a good one to get them, because it kind of makes us branch out a little bit more out of a little, you could say, bubble. And I think we're going to touch on that a little bit also.
Yeah, we'll cover other series a bit later on. But yeah, definitely picking up drink that much tango. Yeah, it's just a big drink. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that. But picking up other teams is definitely, that was a good shout, picking up Godfathers, because they have definitely fit in with the UTB vibe, which that's always the biggest worry when you pick up a new team, is do they match your org's ethics, kind of thing. But they fit in really well, and guys from Godfather are great to play with, great to cast. It's definitely interesting. I still have had no message from Silver, so
I think we should just, maybe if he shows up, we can do it later.
We'll slot him in later.
Yeah, sub him in, coach.
Yeah, we'll slot him in later. But that takes us onto some behind the scenes stuff that we want to talk about. So yes, a lot of things have been happening behind the scenes. Some of it has been a bit more obvious than others. But the thing that's probably not, is obvious, but also not obvious at the same time, is the social media. Things have changed a little bit with the social media, as Longy has kind of stepped away a little bit, because busy period for him with, you know, university and other things that are happening in his life. He's kind of getting a bit too busy to deal with things, so some of us have kind of stepped up into the social media realm of things to try and take a bit of the load off. So we have the likes of Salad and Maddie who've stepped up to do a lot of the video content for us, which they are producing the monthly highlight videos by gathering clips, editing them down, shoving it all together. Between the two of them, they've done a pretty good job so far. I haven't seen the new one yet, because I normally get little previews of a lot of these things, but I have not seen anything from Salad. Salad has kept it in the quiet. But yes, and then I have taken over a lot of the Twitter activity, and I've done a few of the team reveal videos as well, which we'll see a couple of them later. And yeah, Nomi has done a couple of things behind the scenes as well. Not
Wait, what
necessarily
have
as
I?
much. Well, yeah, you've stepped up in the caster role now here because you joined me. Therefore, you're a caster.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah!
here. I'm doing things, guys.
You're
Yeah, look at
doing
me
things.
go.
Yeah, but well, you said you were always happy to step up into a caster role if it needed to.
Yeah, I would cast more if I streamed myself, but I don't think I will. Maybe, you never know. But
It doesn't need to
I'm
doesn't need to necessarily be like the volume that I do. It can just be like once a month. It doesn't have to necessarily be loads because we
yeah,
do,
maybe
yeah, we
maybe
do
I'll
also
do it.
have Metal, who's kind of disappeared at the minute. I haven't seen much from him. I think he's busy with real life stuff at the minute.
But yeah, I mean, even from before as well. I told Longy, if you want me to co-cast with you, I can. But it always happens in such a because Longy was busy back then as well.
Yeah.
It was like so spontaneous. Maybe a day before, like, can you cast tomorrow or like tonight even? If I know it in advance, I'll mostly be able to join if it's like evening time.
Oh yeah, sure. Like, well, I
So,
mean, I think you should do. You'll be able to see the caster request. So if there's one that catches your fancy, maybe just throw a message over and be like, "Can I co-cast?" Sure, why not? I'll definitely do that. I'm down for that. You can get some co-casting going because doing some of the casts, especially when they're back to back, is quite a lot to try and do by yourself.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
a lot to do by, especially when it's like, yes, we've got two sets of game fives going. It's like my voice is starting to die here, just doing it all by
That
myself.
too. You have your stream as well, and sometimes you also ask by the teams to like set up the whole thing. I know from Longy's experience. So
Yeah.
having like another guy just narrating the game a little bit is always nice, I think.
Yeah, it makes it a lot smoother, as it were.
Yeah.
But so speaking of Longy, like, he's kind of stepping back from doing stuff over the summer in particular, but whether it's a permanent thing, who knows. But it was also a case of he was already doing quite a lot for UTB, so kind of allowing him to take a break is definitely a thing.
Oh.
Yes, no, me too. Yep, there you go. Posture check and hydrate.
Oh yeah. I don't have any water.
Boo.
I'm just gonna. It's raining outside. Hang on.
Just shove your face outside. Like, ah.
Yeah,
Yep, indeed. You'll be back to full swing at some point. But for now, take it easy over the summer. As quite a lot of things as well. Quite a few of the teams are also taking a break over the summer. Which is fair enough. It is the summer holidays. Trying to do this whilst not being around is a bit of a challenge, but some teams are powering through. Some have decided to put the season on hiatus. So the Dudens are stepping back for the summer. They're taking a break over the summer, and I believe the Godfathers are also taking a step back over the summer. So yes, we had two teams less this season just because they are taking a break, and it is definitely a well-deserved break because like all the teams have put in a really strong effort last season, but we need a break sometimes, and having one season off is definitely a good shout, so you're not constantly under a load of stress of being like, we need to get better. It's like we can chill out now for a week or two, have a couple of casual games here and there, and then once the next season gets announced, back into the game. So it's definitely a good thing that they're taking a bit of a break just to allow their minds to reset and whatnot. It'd be great. It will be great to see when they come back. So we wish them a happy summer, I guess. Hopefully they get all the rest, and yeah, we'll wait for their return next season, which will be August, September, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. Whenever the next, it's either end of August or beginning of September, somewhere around there.
Look at Nick. This is the mindset, yo. This is that freaking
No breaks.
warrior mindset.
No breaks. Yes. Yep. Indeed. No, yeah. I mean, you could. Well, what happens when you do win it? So you're gonna stop and then just give up because you've won one title? Yeah, sure, I'll do that. But
Just go for glory and then crash and burn.
crash and burn, yeah. Basically, yeah. Yeah, we can. Let me go grab the results from last season.
Oh,
Let's have a look at where the final standings were. Season 5. Where is... No, I don't want to scroll through there. Season 5, Europe. I haven't actually heard anything from OnlyVans either. I know they've gone, haven't they?
OnlyVans was actually the former team that I joined now, I'm pretty certain.
Yeah.
So they've been absorbed into our team. And the one team that shall not be named. I mean, a lot of people here know already.
Yeah. I can't... Oh, no, it's down there. I was like, I can't click on the thing. No, it's down there. Standings. Let's have a look. So, season 5, tier 3. As it stands, this thing is finished. Depression ended up 9th. eSports was 13th. OnlyVans was 15th. That was the final standings at the end of season 5, which was a bit of a mixed bag. I think there's a little bit of a couple of upsets thrown in there, but it happens to the best of us. It happens to everybody. There's always upsets that happen. Even like look at the RLCS. There's big upsets there this season as well. It happens to all of us. But that was where it kind of it's just where it happened. But still no message, so I'll continue. Yes. So we are kind of don't worry about it, Maddie. You didn't fall off. You did not fall off. You did well. You did well.
I think
everybody did well.
I think Maddie played. She was just asking me like how she did as a substitute. Just at the end of the season, I stopped playing a little bit with the guys.
Yeah.
I think they won 2 and lost 1, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone can be disappointed on that.
Even though the one that they lost, it wasn't even that bad. I think it was like 1 goal difference per match that they ended up losing. So it wasn't even like a horrendous loss. I think it was only like 1, maybe 2 goals. But yeah, it wasn't actually that bad. But that's the thing. That's the thing with when you look at a lot of those things where it's like, oh, it's a 3-0 sweep, and then you actually look at the goal breakdown, it's like, oh, they only lost by like 1 goal, so it wasn't actually like a complete sweep. But no, it wasn't. It was pretty good from the one, especially the ones I watched. The teams did actually pop off quite well. So adding in a couple of players, the subs was some of them worked quite well for the team.
Well, that too. The teams they played were good, and at the same time, getting thrown into a team as a sub, which you haven't played that much with before, you're not gonna instantly be, feeling vibe and getting that chemical, chemistry you want. But they did well on things considered, I think.
Yeah.
Nothing to be ashamed of there.
Yeah, nothing to be ashamed of. It's all cool. Alright. So, another thing that has started to come up behind the scenes, like questions being asked behind the scenes, is being on the lookout for more teams, tournaments, and casters. Because this is a thing, like, much as I enjoy casting, as many games as possible, it is, for me, it is a bit exhausting, especially with, at the minute at work for me, I'm doing a lot of long days, so hopefully I won't get too many long days in terms of when it coincides with games. But having at least one other caster available would make my life a lot easier. But also being on the lookout for more teams and tournaments will also help UTB get out there a bit more. because not just being like, oh yeah, the dream one day is to go off to like RLCS or whatever. Like yeah, but also you kind of got to work your way up there. You can't just go bam straight in. If you don't have the experience, chances are you're not going to get very far unless you're just that phenomenally good at the game. Which, let's be honest, you're not going to get that good straight away. So yeah, you got to put a lot of practice in, and you need experience playing against a lot of other higher end players in order to get up that high. But yeah, picking up other teams and casters will definitely help. Building a Zen.
I mean, it's a double-edged sword. We need more casters, but if we get more teams and we don't get more casters, you're just gonna be swamped even more.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, I'm pretty certain I will speak for everyone at UTB we definitely appreciate the amount you've stepped up. I know I have, because with Longy being busy and Memo Demo, as he's called now, being busy as well, not streaming as much. There's been, I mean, a lot of the games could just not have been streamed, but I mean, I think you really stepped up and picked up the mantle to make sure that they got their representation. So I think we should be we are very appreciative of that, and it's we've seen your chats about how much work you have as well, so it's very admirable how much you've done. So yeah, well done.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'll clap.
Definitely.
I'll clap.
But I mean, yeah, Silver is kind of coming back, but also not at the same time. He's still taking a bit of a back seat, but he'll do, the odd one here and there from what I've seen. So he will definitely come back a bit. But
I want to address Silver, because Silver is one that probably is the reason I'm sitting here right now, all the way back from Rocket League days. I joined Illusional Gaming and stuff. I know Silver pretty well. He might not be back. He might be back. With Silver, I think you should take it with a pinch of salt, because man's busy.
Yeah.
If he's back, it's great. His streams are hilarious, but we'll see. I'll freaking believe it when I see it. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, but I said, that's what I mean. He will probably take, if he does come back, he's going to take the odd one here and there. It won't be every week kind of thing. It'll be maybe once every 4 weeks kind of thing. You'll probably step up that team interests me. I'll pick them to stream just to do one off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't had 100% confirmation that he's definitely going to be back, but be able to take more from mid-August. I mean, it doesn't make much of a difference in terms of. That sounds really bad saying it doesn't make much of a difference there. Because for me, it doesn't make much of a difference. No, so it's whether I take a game or not is just how I'm feeling that day. Most of the time is whether I'll take a game or not. I generally will just, a lot of the time I'll say yes, but it's just some days where I'm I can't, if I reply instantly, chances are I'm feeling okay, but if I leave it for a day, chances are I'm not feeling great that day, with a mental exhaustion and whatnot. I will leave it closer to the time to decide. And then I'm also leaving it because sometimes if I'm replying quickly, it's because I want to cast that game, but sometimes if I leave it, I'm maybe someone else will take it. But if at the minute, because everybody's kind of busy, it's I don't want to let the team down, because they just want someone to cast it. They want the extra coverage. But yeah, one day free team, one day not so free team. Yes, exactly. That's the way to explain. Because I'm a human. I have bad days. I have good days.
That's totally fair. I mean, I think it's very good of you to leave it a little bit, and it's a good idea, because if there was someone, but we all know that in those periods there really haven't been many to step up. But it is good that you do it at least.
Yeah, I want to give the teams something to watch back on, rather than just be we'll sit there and watch a replay. Yeah, it's a little boring, but if he's sat there and watching a VOD, then it's ooh, they picked up on something there that we could have missed, or seeing it from an outside point of view sometimes can actually change how you view how you played.
Yep.
Like if you see like, oh look, you see the ball gets pinged off somewhere, and then your camera, the director cam, decides to cut to 2 players having a rule 1. I'm like, oh, now you can actually see it from that point of view of like, oh look, this is kind of like what they can see from their point of view, because director cam does what director cam does best. It just cuts to whoever, whenever, whatever. I'm like, yes, that makes so much sense to cut to this person right now.
Director can be director camming, I guess.
Yep, it does what it does best. But yeah, it does it. Oh, yeah, still nothing. But hey, yeah, I know I did definitely said like to you earlier. I did kind of speak briefly with this about English. I did briefly talk to Longy about this, about potentially looking at expanding out to other competitive games as an option. So
blasphemy. Absolutely unheard of. What are you doing?
Yeah, I know. But just like if we wanted to take up other teams and other games, or like some of our team, like other players being like, yeah, we could definitely, play this game, that game. Doesn't have to be necessarily Rocket League if we wanted to, just as expand out, have some more fun with things. It could definitely be a talk. It's not necessarily like, oh, we're doing it this season. It could be, 2 years down the line, but we'll start gathering teams and info and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. For someone who feels like Rocket League is dying for them and they have something else they play, just swap it out and become good at that game, for example, or whatever. I mean, I know a few people here play CSGO, but can be anything really.
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, because constantly playing one game is definitely a reason for you to not like gaming anymore. But yeah, it's definitely a reason. But that is something that's just kind of like it's sitting in the back of our minds of like, it is a potential that will happen at some point. It's just a when it will happen.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, we have a Mr. Silver waiting for us in the waiting room now.
Ooh.
So he's finally replied, so I will bring him in and we will have a quick chat. Good evening, Mr. Silver.
Hello, gang.
Hello.
Gamer.
Gamers.
Yes, so
this is an intervention. What have you been doing? Where the hell are you?
God, no. What have I not been doing?
Right.
Yes. So to start off with, we kind of wanted to get your opinion, like, no, that's not where we were just now. We were kind of discussing about whether you're kind of starting to make, like, because you obviously took some time off away from casting, coaching, playing, all that kind of stuff. And it's kind of like do you have thoughts on when you'd like to maybe come back, or whether you're kind of still taking some of it on the back burner, like maybe you're just like, oh, I just want to do playing this season, I just want to do coaching this season? Like, what's kind of like what's going through your mind right now in terms of like where you're at?
No, it's let's just say the break was well earned and well enjoyed. It was not easy, I guess, to say like I'm quitting everything fun for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
Having to focus on career and everything, but now it's settled. I have a job come autumn, so yeah.
Nice. That's what we like to hear.
Surprise, surprise! UTB don't pay me. Where's my check, Longy? And so I will be open for most things. I will be away now for 2 weeks because summer holidays, and then after that we're back in full force. We're gonna get coaching. We're gonna start streaming again. We're gonna do some casts. We're gonna actually, I'm also signed up for a 2v2 league with Nick, so that's gonna be fun. Probably be streaming my POV from that and all my shit talk with him. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. I mean, if you wanted those games casted properly, you know where to find me. I'm not going anywhere.
True. I mean, we need a second opinion on those games because I'm gonna be more biased than ever in those.
That's just how we roll, though. That's how we roll over here.
True.
That's kind of like, because I knew that obviously last time that I kind of chatted, you were thinking about, when you wanted to come back, but having obviously the confirmation from you, because we know that obviously real life kind of took over for a bit, which as a person, as a human, that is fully understandable, because until you can show me your first paycheck of here I am earning this on this particular thing where I can sit on my bum and do nothing all day, you kind of got to do adult stuff. So having that kind of thing is kind of helpful to have.
Having means to live is unfortunately my OnlyFans career haven't taken off to the point where I can just sit on my ass and send feed pics. So, but I'm getting there. I'm working on it.
Oh God!
Just wait for my 12 toes of Christmas.
Oh no! You're definitely advertising it quite well. I'll say that much.
Yeah. You'll check me out.
So I wanted to ask you, Silva, being a guy that has, run a team, a community yourself, even, at the end of it, trying to branch out into different aspects like CSGO. I'm talking about illusional gaming, of course. What has been your thoughts on the last season from UTB, from an outside POV, also a bit inside, because even though you weren't around that much, what have been your thoughts on the growth and the stuff that's been happening since last season?
Yeah, I think ever since I've been with the Untouchables, there's always been this sense of evolution, of growth, of movement, right? Like, no one in here likes to sit still, not even if it's the players, if it's the tactics, if it's the teams, it's always growing, and last season was no exception. And I think this season as well is going to be very growth focused. I think Untouchables is on the upward trajectory. It's going to keep on plowing, growing, get more creative. The players are so cracked, and we keep on bringing in more talent both on and off stage. And it's just going to become another banger of a year for Untouchables, I feel like.
That's what we like to hear.
Indeed. Yeah, I was gonna kind of follow up and being like, in terms of from what you saw, were there any coaching points that maybe you picked up on from the games that you watched that maybe you're like, maybe they kind of went against what we discussed as a coaching session or things like that? What are the things that you picked up on?
I will say that there has been a lot of throwing shit on the wall and see what sticks for a lot of teams, and there's been a lot of shit.
Yeah, a lot of shit. Just general shit.
Just a lot of shit. But I see it, after a period of time when they have this growth, we see the players, we see them okay, yes, they're starting to get it. It's like when your kid starts walking or finally start to use swear words my son. And I'm feeling kind of the same here as well. When the players start to demo properly on their rotations is something we've been working a lot on, or not being afraid of going for a second touch on it or having some solo plays. There will still be the occasional kerfuffle as we try to juggle independent growth versus team communication and coordination. But that's always how it is, right? Like, I'm teaching you to juggle while the other guy's throwing darts, and sometimes it's
Yeah.
just gonna hit you, right?
Yeah, sure.
That's just how it is. But everyone is very open to the process, and everyone is very aware of their own strengths and weaknesses, and they're all ready to, will be like. I'm just thinking of a very bad word of saying like to absorb. That's better. My knowledge and like put it into their play style. Like they're very open players. I haven't had the expected amount of resistance, I guess, against change. Like sometimes, because I've been coaching now for 9 years ish, going on, and some of the clients that I've had, I'm not naming names, have been absolute pieces of shit. And let me preface by saying that they are very good players, but they have no like self-awareness, right? Like you hire someone, you come in there, they try to do their best, and then they go like, yeah, but it's not what I wanted to hear though. Like, all right, bro, what did you want me to hear?
Yeah.
Like, you're the
sure.
next squishy muffins, my guy.
Yeah, definitely. Like,
What did they expect? Like the coach come in there and be like, "Yeah, you're doing everything right. Go on, keep going."
if the coach
I mean, I would love to get paid to say, you know what, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, if the coach ever tells you that you are doing like great and there's nothing else to improve, then either the coach is wrong or the player should not be playing anymore.
Coach is a fraud.
Get a new coach. Get a new coach. It should be, you're doing great, but.
Yeah, it's always
if
going to be
there's no
something.
but, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a shitty strip club. If there's no but,
Yeah.
there's no reason to stay, right?
Basically, yeah.
We move on.
Yeah. If you had to kind of, from what you've watched, if you had to pick like a most improved player this season, who would you pick?
Most improved. I would like to first, I guess, shout out most reformed player, because that's an improvement of itself, and it's more of a mindset kind of thing, and that would be Mady, or the G's here in chat would get that award from me, because she started ended last season with a bit of an off mindset, and after a lot of practice and a lot of chats and a lot of talks, I think she's in a better place. Let's say.
Changing camera settings. Camera settings are, yeah, definitely a thing.
More like your chat settings, I think.
Chat settings.
If Jesus in the chat, that was a good solution to it, I think.
Yeah.
And has been working out a lot, and I think also I would like to also shout out Adiji a little bit. He's also been very open to some feedback that's been given, and I see he's online a lot and playing a lot. So I'd like to commend him for his effort as well. And I would like to reserve best rookie or like best new player on Untouchables for maybe end of this season, because we brought in a lot of new people. So there's so many more exciting prospects to look at.
Yeah. And then who would you do player of the season? So like
me.
Oh yeah, obviously. Yeah, but like, you know, like who would be like your MVP? Like, you know, top of the top, managed to pull off, you know, the most kind of like in terms of like if you had a checklist, being like, yep, they can now, they've done this, they've listened to me, yep, they can do this, and they just plowed through, and they were just like, you know, top of the top, sat like screamed out like, I am now gone from down here to way up here. Who would you do? So not like, you know, most improved, who's like actually gone like, bam, I've taken everything you've done and now I'm, you know, decimating the playing field, like sitting way above everyone else. Who would be your MVP this season?
I haven't seen the stats of all the individual players combined yet. Though I'm leaning towards Nick, I think, from Depression, is it?
Yep.
He's had a pretty good season. and he's always been cracked. He's been streaming himself, so we've been seeing him and unfortunately, a bit more of him on occasion. He's
I mean, to be fair, that 1v1 that I watched him in, he absolutely laid waste to the other team. Like, he definitely deserves it as a MVP this season. I definitely agree with you on that one. Like, he's definitely, like, from the start of the season, he was, a good player, like a solid player. But by the time it got to the playoffs, like, he'd elevated his game. Like, you could see he'd done his 1v1 practices. He's done his, backboard practices and things like that. He'd actually taken the time to try and make sure that he was one step ahead of everyone else. That's from, like, what I've seen.
Yeah. So, to Nick, here's your virtual hug. Feel free to redeem it whenever.
Yep. And you
oh,
can have your ice cream voucher paid by yourself because
true.
Go buy yourself an ice cream. You deserve it.
Yep. Go spend your money, brother. You deserve it.
Well, yeah. So you mentioned earlier that you're playing in a 2v2 thing with Nick. Do you want to tell us how that came about and what your aims are for this season?
Oh yes, our origin story is very complex and takes us over eons of cultural interlinks.
There's lore there.
There's a lore. No, I figured Nick posted anyone looking. I'm looking for a second one for a 2v2 tourney, and I was like, you know what? It's been a while since I've been competing, and I'm finally gonna have time again in the evenings. So added him, and he added me, and then we joined team together, and it was all wholesome as shit. So yeah, that's it. We're gonna be kicking ball. And hopefully we're gonna have some dubs. No training regimen yet. It's a little bit more low key. But if we're looking to like
slow down,
yeah, more like a just keeping active. And if there's a chance we're gonna win, then we'll put in the effort.
I mean, that's definitely where you kind of want to be. Is like we're kind of seeing where the competition's at, seeing where we kind of vibe in terms of chemistry, like how you do things and things like that. But yeah, it's definitely going to be something to be interesting to watch, seeing how you two play as going from a coaching point of view to now being a player versus someone who's already you've just given the MVP of the season to. So like seeing how you two as a chemistry work together we'll see how it works out, and see where you end up.
Indeed, I do think it's gonna be spicy either way. So everyone who wants to follow us, make sure to cheer for UT bruh.
Nice.
UT bruh. The best team name on champs.leagueos.gg on LOS champs 2v2.
Yeah, I was. Me and Maddie were looking on the LOS website yesterday, and I looked in the twos. I was like, why is this team name got such a similar name to our organ? I looked, I was like, hang on a second, those player names sound very familiar. What?
We tried to be sneaky with it.
But I didn't say anything to anyone else just because, I wanted it. That's why I messaged you, because I was like, if you come on, I want you to tell me. But because I only saw it yesterday, I was like, I am not going to ask for clips to try and make a reveal video for that, because that would just be a little bit last minute.
Yeah. No, this is the reveal. Let me see if I can find a clip.
It's like, I know I kind of blew Maddie's brain a bit, because I was like, I was on editing last night, and for one of the teams. And I was like, yes, she messaged me, like, tell me about your progress. I was like, bro, I'd only started editing for 4 minutes. 48 minutes later, I'm done. Like, okay. Like, yeah, once I have an idea, I can just throw it together really quickly. But if I don't have the music that I can see, like, my vision fitting into, then I can't edit. But once I find, like, the perfect song for the vision, I can make it work. So, a disaster class. Yes.
Who said that?
Your boy Nick.
True. He's goddamn right.
It's gonna be a disaster class.
It's gonna be a master class of disaster, and I would like everyone to notice not our win-loss differential, but our mentality through the entire series, and the memes and the dreams and the happy smiles and the unlucky and calculated double commits and the demos and. Let's say it's not going to be trash talk or BM because we're too good for that, but there's going to be a little bit of showboating maybe.
Trash talk each other.
Yeah, maybe I'll let chat decide the car.
Yeah. Ooh, are you having an invite to hop on with Nick now? He's on.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He didn't say game though. He just said hop on, right?
Yep, hop on the train.
Oh damn! Well, that's an interesting, spicy invitation, Nick. But
indeed. But I appreciate the conversation, seeing where you were at, and again with the reveal that was spicy.
Oh wow, he's extending the invitation to something else.
Yep. Ooh, Nick, don't tempt. Do not tempt him. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. But yeah, I appreciate the catch up and chat, and so what would, as a final thing for you, what is kind of like your aims in terms of where you see UTB going for this season?
Any last words?
Yeah, last words.
That sounds like I'm dying.
Yeah. Where do you see UTB going this season? Like, what would you hope to happen this season?
To the top, baby! Of course, like we're gonna get quadruple, quintuple grand final appearances, and every other org is gonna cry when they look at our logo, and it's just gonna. We're gonna make friends, we're gonna make enemies, so many enemies, and continue to grow. I think just being an entertaining brand and making sure that it keeps the same vibe that it has for the last year. Just to be a cozy community space, as it's always been. Yeah,
that is definitely where I think we're trying to put ourselves towards, is being the friendly, welcoming, cozy space, rather than be like, you need to practice, go. It's like, if you want to play, you play. If you don't want to play, you don't have to play. We just kind of vibe. That's that's definitely where I see. But yeah, nice. Yes, I appreciate you stopping by and
no, thank you for the call.
No problemo.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Catch you later, Silver.
Ciao, boys. Good show.
All right. So, now we can continue where we were up to. Where were we up to? Where'd they get up to? Yes, I think we are up to announcement stages.
Yes. Ooh, spice leaks. Any leaks? Any leaks? Anyone?
Yes. Well, it'd be it'd be nice to see us, going up into new leagues. But hey, we're sticking with LOS. I don't think we've got any external. I'm not 100% sure if Nick is sticking with the Depression 2v2 league that they're in. You might be sticking with it. I think this was like a trial season. I don't know. Nick will have to tell me about that, if they're going to stick with it, or whether they're going to just made it into the playoffs. Nice. Well, expect to see some of that. You need to let me know about it, Nick. Otherwise, I can't cast any of those games. 8th out of 35th. Nice. So do you reckon this is going to be a league that you're going to stick with? Or do you think it's taking too much out of you to do both LOS and this league? Because that'll be... League won't stick? Ah. So this is just like a trial and see where it was at. Yeah, because I'm looking at some of the teams and it was a bit... Oh, not the league. Oh. Okay. Well, let us know how it goes on, and yes, we'll keep you guys updated with it. 2v2 3v3 league, yeah. Ah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. But yes, going on the theme of announcements and stuff, we're gonna start off with the newly reformed team, which is a merger of teams in a way. So let me play the video, and yeah, it's one that it's been announced, but you guys can watch it again. Let's do this. There we have it. That is the first team to be revealed. So that's Entropy, which is Nomi's new team.
It's me. I mean, I'm so glad we didn't call you to be Nomi, because that was what the guy suggested at the time. It would have been very awkward.
But it's fine. But yes, a valid question from Nick there. Where is Reki in this? Care to explain that one?
Well, yeah. So the merger, as you mentioned in the beginning, is the remnants of UTB only Vans and me, basically 1/3 of UTB main team, merging together to form this new Entropy team. The reason OnlyVans stopped existing was basically because Reki and Chromie and Crepon, they weren't certain about their time and how much time they had, and they couldn't really dedicate. They weren't sure, basically. So that meant that they needed a third, and I stepped right in because, I was also kind of on the outskirts of the main team at that point. So I was like, all right, maybe we can do it like this. Yeah, no, we don't have actually don't have a sub on the team. So it's going to be interesting if one of us can't make it, I guess. But I think you're allowed to add. Not sure, but we don't. They just didn't have time.
Yeah. So you can add, but you can't add just yet. You have to wait until next week because the teams, as it stands, are currently locked. No one can be added. No one can be taken off. But next week you'll be able to add in subs and things like that. So Reki can always come back in if he, has as a sub, just to be like, yeah, I could play, 1 week or two, whatever. But yeah, so what are your hopes in terms of this season? Where would you like to see you take Entropy? Like, yeah, where do you want to see yourself?
Yes, so Entropy in the name is very fitting for us. We saw it in ranked. We were like, well, initially we thought that looks cool, that sounds cool. Then I quickly looked it up and saw the definition of it, and then we were like, I told the guys what it means, and they were like, yeah, that's perfect, it fits us very well. It basically means something going from order to chaos, like descending into chaos, and it's kind of befitting of our team because we have order sometimes, and sometimes we just devolve into pure chaos, and it still somehow works sometimes. Our comms also reflect this because, well, I mean, we half the time we yell sounds and ring and maybe do this and maybe do that. So yeah, that's the whole baseline of the team. But in terms of vision, what I think we can do here is I think we are team play focused. We can be, and we have been. We are always very close on finishing very good plays and stuff I've seen. So the hope is to improve on that regard. Just keep doing that and work on our finishing skill. Other than that, I mean, Reason is quite mechanical, Pain too, and I kind of do. I think I take the more defensive role in this team, but I don't mind that at all. So I think if we can work on our defense as general and just keep working on our finishing, we can become a very solid team. So that's our goal, I think, to work towards that.
Like, if you had to say, okay, I'm gonna guess now, predict now, where do you think you're gonna finish this season? Like, what position? Obviously, the dream is to finish first. But
yeah,
if you were to look at it from a realistic point of view and be like, okay, I'm going to, undercut us a little bit, where do you think you're going to place yourself this season? Where would you like to be?
Yeah, it's a very tough question. If we improve on the aforementioned things, I see us being quite high. I think we can compete with... I would optimistically, I would say top 5. But if we keep going as we are right now, then maybe not. Maybe it's gonna be a little lower because we definitely lack some cohesion at the moment. We have our moments, ups and downs, basically, but we do kind of put defense on the back burner and just bin it off sometimes. And it's not an individual problem, but some people do prioritize, or let's say don't prioritize being defensive. So we have to look into that. But at the same time, as with the main team, we are just having fun. We're laughing it off. I think what our strongest suit is our mentality, because we never get even if someone messes up, it's just freaking cry laughing and joking about it and stuff. I don't think any of us has that feeling of being it going a little bit quiet and stuff. Even if one of us are doing bad, we just make a joke about it and move on. And I think that's one of the best things I've noticed so far is the mental is rock solid. I think we're just treating it like a game, having fun with it, not taking it all too serious. And that's been very refreshing and fun.
Yeah. That's kind of like what you kind of want to hope for in a team, is that you just kind of don't hang around on something that for too long. You just kind of get up, move on, and you try and learn from the mistake that you made and see if you can move on from it and get better from it. Because there's nothing worse than you just be like, I suck at this one thing. I suck at this one thing. I suck at this one thing, and you just keep it going, and then it just kind of spirals out, and then you end up just putting you off the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Whereas if you just kind of like move on, then you can kind of then after the game's finished, you can be like, okay, now let's try and look at what actually happened and try and start. In a way, it's kind of like whilst the game is happening, you kind of in a way got to switch your brain off and stop thinking. But then once the game's finished, you kind of start thinking, but not like a void of all thought thinking. It's just like my only thinking is what is happening right now and what's happening, like what could happen rather than what's just happened.
Yeah.
So
that's very crucial. What you're saying is because for some, especially for me, the mental can really make or break a game. And as you said, delving on things and clinging on to a mistake and stuff, it feels like even if it is a major mistake, we kind of move past it as a team quite quickly from the few tournaments and ranked games we've had. And it's definitely, I'm not saying we're winning a whole lot, actually. I think we're probably even, or maybe even on the losing side on the games, but it doesn't feel like that. It feels like we're having fun all the time, basically. Even if we're not in comms, like VC, voice comms, it's still like the jokes still continue kind of on text. So
yeah, as it should be. Like, you need to be able to have some form of chemistry between each other. Like, you can't just be like, oh, we've got to be serious all the time. Like, if you're serious all the time, your chemistry as a team kind of suck.
Oh yeah.
Like,
so yeah, we definitely none of the freaking, what do you call it, being in caught up in a past mistake. We move on quick.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, that's entropy for you. So we all obviously wish you guys all the best of luck as a newly reformed team, and we'll see where we end up next season.
Yeah, thank you.
When we next do the next press conference at the end of this season coming, we'll see.
Yep.
We'll have this conversation again, look back and be like, were your predictions accurate? Or maybe
we'll see.
Maybe a little too low, a little too high. We'll see what happens. We'll have this conversation again. But that leads us on to the next team, which is the team that you left to join Entropy. So we had someone fill in. So let's go and watch this video and find out more.
Money that I don't accept.
So yes, that is UTB V3. That is their new name. They are no longer known as UTB main team. They are UTB V3. That is their new name. So that was where you left. And so what are your thoughts about the new player, Cycland, who's now joined in? Like, what do you feel like in terms of what are you expecting to see from the new team now?
Yes. Well, truth be told, I haven't seen much from Cycland. I know I'm pretty certain it's a guy Longy knows from his other team, maybe.
Yeah, from his uni league team.
Yeah, but the clips we've seen here and there, he's a pretty solid player. I would say definitely an upgrade from what I brought, I think. And that's not like, I'm not trying to belittle myself. I just think he has definitely more mechanics and maybe that newer modern type of play style you need to fit. And I know Longy and Salad, they are crazy players. They have the potential to be top of the table. Like we have had our good times and bad times, but when we were like really playing well back, I think before the last season, I saw how well they play as a team, like the team aspect. So I'm pretty certain with Cyclone they can shine very well, and I really hope they do because I know what they're capable of. And I think Cyclone fits in well from what I've seen so far. We've scrimmed them. Our Entropy team has scrimmed them once, and it was neck and neck. Like it was very sweaty. They were on our case. I think we went even. Not sure, but all series close games, and they were basically doing tryouts with him. That was his first time playing with them, so I'm only certain they're gonna improve marginally better. So yeah, I think they are a team to watch out for sure.
Yeah, because I've seen him play a couple of times. Because I think it was, how long ago was this now? 3 months ago, I think I did that one stream where it was some of his uni league streams, his uni league games, and I think he was in there. So yeah, he's definitely a player to look out for. So he's definitely going to be one of our up and coming players, I reckon. Like, I think he'll fit in from the messages that I've had to translate because I don't read German.
Yeah, he's German as well. So
yeah, so it's been interesting to read what they've been talking about, and yeah, I think, well, I hope that he fits right in, and
yeah, chemistry and vibe wise, as you said, is very important. I think that's also going to be very good. From what I've heard, like Longy's told me he's very chill and stuff, and yeah, I think they're gonna be vibing very well as well on that aspect too.
Yes, we shall see. Like, I was hoping to get, anyone from V3 in to do a quick chat, but none of them are available, which is it is what it is. It is what it is. Like,
Longy's not around?
Longy is out, apparently.
Oh,
that's what he messaged me earlier, saying that he was going to be out. But he is not around to chat with it. But we could do a mid-season chat, see where people are at halfway through the season, and catch up.
Yeah, maybe some player interview after a match they'd probably win.
Yeah, but we shall see. We shall see. Right.
Yep.
We have one more. This one
has been kept secret. I'll let everyone know. I have no clue about any video on this. It's been
this one has been kept under the mat, as it were. Like no freaking
leaks.
no leaks on this one. No leaks on this one. Don't know who it is. You don't know what it is. But this is a premiere of the new team. Let's go with this one. There we go.
That's crazy.
That is the final team for this season that has been announced. The Heartbreakers.
Wow.
Which
was
a
very different vibe video, I must say.
I did not touch that one. That one was Maddie. That was all Maddie who did that one because she wanted to do that one. So I was like, fair enough. And she put a couple of days into that one. But yes, it is now gone live onto the YouTube channel. And we will put a post out for the final. Well, because I posted Entropy earlier this week. And I haven't done anything with V3. So that will also get posted on the socials along with Heartbreakers as the final two teams. So what are your expectations from this, seeing who is on that team?
Well, this is it's you know who they are. It's the B team. They have a lot of names. I can't even remember, but we have seen a lot of them. They have a lot of trophies under their belts as well. And it's gonna be interesting to see how this trio is gonna perform. I don't know team-wise how they're gonna do. Or like mentally wise, because I don't really know Tricked that well. I know Go Away and Maddie, and you know, I'm assuming they have a pretty good vibe going on, and I know how they play as well. We have scrimmed them actually as well, funny enough, and in that they think they took some games from us. It wasn't that easy, I would say, because you got to remember they are a little Go Away. I don't know about Trick, but they are a little lower tier.
Yes.
But it didn't feel like that because maybe the dynamic was different. So they are a competitive force, I'd say.
Yeah, because when you look at the LOS ranking, they are tier 4 rather than tier 3, which is where you guys are at. But they definitely play like tier 3 players. You just happen to be tier 4 instead. So my expectations of them are quite high, to be honest. Just seeing the actual players that they are, I do have quite high expectations for what they can achieve. I would love to see them definitely top 5 by the end of the season. That would be definitely where I would like to see them.
I think that's very, very possible.
Yeah, we do. So the team is a full team. So we do have three players and 2 subs set down already.
I did not know that.
Yep. So we are a full team. So it's going to be interesting to see where we're at. But they needed the 2 extra subs because some of the players couldn't make certain dates later on in the season. So they needed extra subs. So yeah, we have a full team now, and it is going to be something to keep an eye out as maybe next season we can get them up into tier 3 as well, and then we have 4 teams. 4 teams? Yeah, 4 teams up in the tier 3 to hopefully take on the Aminished boys, because the Aminished team is always the one that you kind of want to watch out for because they are a very strong team. So having 4 chances at taking them out is definitely something that we would love to see.
Aminish is definitely the boogeyman. Well, Maddie is saying something about chat interview.
Yeah.
Are you gonna?
Yeah, because we do not have anyone else really. Well, sorry, no, we do, because I am sub 5, so I'm the 5th player.
Oh, let's interview you then.
So I am 5th player for it.
Damn.
I am sitting there as the last resort player, just because if we were to go off my ranking, I would be tier 5, I think. because I'm champ
Yeah,
1,
right.
so I'm kind of sat lower down in the ranking. So I'm kind of like the last resort player if they don't have anyone else to fill in. But yeah, so that's going to be an interesting one for me because it's like I want to cast. Oh wait, no, I have to play. But if Minish
Well, I mean, since you're a sub, what are your thoughts? I mean, you already given your thoughts and expectations, I guess.
yeah, like
But
like the because I was playing with 2 of them the other day, and it's a vibe. It's definitely batting off each other with things. It's very interesting. I don't think we were quite awake at the time because it was quite late in the evening. So it's like it's a bit like we're kind of going for it, but yeah, it's definitely a different kind of play style to what I have played with before in terms of like just casual games. It's like even when I'm just playing, with the likes of Silver, Nick, whoever it is, it's definitely different. So I'm kind of excited to see where it goes as a team. I'm very excited to see where it goes, and we'll see how they do. But I've also had a message from Salad saying he's available now.
ooh,
So we can get a V3 member in to have a quick chat.
get him in here.
Get him in. All right.
Is he there? He's not in the waiting room.
Anyways, we go. Yeah, I will get him. But yeah, we'll come back to you, Maddie, because Salad has messaged saying that he's available now. So we'll come back to you. We'll get Salad in here now. Let's do this. Good evening, Salad, who's also muted at this minute in time.
Yo.
Sup, boy? Alright.
What's up?
Sup, indeed. Well, as you've now had all 3 videos revealed now, showing up your teams. What is your... Going into this season with V3 now having to pick up a new player, what are your expectations as a team?
The whole thing is a bit more. Well, Cyclone actually wants to have like a proper team and wants to grind more because he's already in a uni team with Longy. So he just wanted to do a second team because he's very motivated. Longy and I both said, yeah, let's just kind of have it be more of a chill thing. But we're still gonna train. We're just gonna do the regular old stuff. But if this team doesn't, like, if we ever don't do too well or something, I don't think we're gonna be too mad. We're mainly just looking to have fun.
That's what it should always be about with a team. Is you want to have fun at the end of the day because it is a game.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So if he's like wanting to take it up to a competitive level, but you guys are like wanting to chill, do you reckon this is like maybe a temporary thing?
A conflict of
conflict of interest as such. Like,
I don't know. It's because I mean it's as you said, it's a game, so you can try hard without spending your whole life doing it. Because I haven't. I think the last time. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say this on broadcast in front of national news or whatever, but I haven't opened the game in like 2 weeks. And I think I have like 10 hours past. Wait, no. I guess I have. I think I have like a couple hours past too. So I did open it a few times, but it's not looking good. But I mean, you can get back into it pretty quickly. It's couple hours, like maybe an average of like 2 hours a day, and you're back on it. So I don't know. It's not a big deal. And the conflict of interest thing, I don't know. Maybe, I guess, but Longy and I are still, we still want to compete. We still want to do well. So I don't think it's going to be an issue. And again, Cyclone and Longy already have a different team as well. So Cyclone gets a couple more reps in anyways. So I think it should be fine. I think Longy's actually might have the toughest time at the moment because he is also in 2 teams, but he has a bunch of, I don't know what actually, and I'm not going to comment on it even if I did know. But he is kind of a bit I'm just gonna say stressed out at the moment. He's got a lot going on.
A lot on his plate.
Yeah, well, Longy says he thinks Cyclone knows what he signed up for.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we did tell him in advance as well.
Yeah,
that,
so I mean, like,
not have always have
obviously
time
you're still wanting to be like, chill, a bit more chilled out, but
for sure.
he's still gonna. Anyway, it's just like you're obviously still gonna try and be somewhat competitive, but you're not gonna be too bummed out if you end up going up against teams that completely wipe you.
Exactly.
That's the kind of vibe that I'm kind of getting from you. Like
exactly. Yeah, that's exactly.
You're still gonna take it competitively, but it's like if we win, we win. If we don't, we don't.
Yeah, we're gonna try our best for sure.
Nick says you need to hydrate and posture check.
All right. I'm gulping right now. By gulping, I mean take one sip.
One sip. Yeah, that's what we do. That is what we do. But yeah, so being able to like,
holy shit.
What would if you were to guess where you'd end up at the end of the season? Where do you reckon you're gonna be, like, in terms of standing? Like, do you reckon you're gonna be top 10, somewhere down the bottom? Like, what are your expectations? Like, where would you like to see yourself?
I didn't catch the first part of that question because that message is crazy.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at that.
That is insane.
Yeah, it is a bit much, but
completed college though. Hey.
Yep.
Yeah. Well done.
Hooray! Yes, well done.
What do you want more?
Completed college. that is great. Being able to complete college is it's a roller coaster of a paragraph to read. But
and
yes,
they got him good.
Yeah.
Good job. Or not good job. Congrats.
But yes, I was saying.
Yes, what was the question?
Like what, as a team, like, where would you want to be, like, at the end of the season in terms of, like, what rank, like, in terms of position? Where would you want to be? Like, what are your hopes? Where would you want to finish up?
I think, like, I mean, in general, middle of the board to, like, top 30, 40, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm not looking to, personally, I'm trying to say, I'm not looking to win it all or anything, but I do want to, not completely crash and burn and not do well at all.
Did you say top 30, 40?
You're washed.
Percent.
Oh, okay. There's 42 teams, I was just about to say.
Yeah. That's
top like 100 of teams, I think.
No, that's 40 odd teams across all tiers, not just tier 3.
No. He just wants to be out of the charts,
Yeah, no matter which direction.
Yeah.
You just want to
Yeah, indeed.
go crazy. Oh no, Turkey's up.
Turkey's what?
Sorry, I got Turkey versus Netherlands. Turkey's up.
I was like, okay, cool.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, so since you've now seen them, what are your thoughts on the team reveals?
The team,
like, ones that you've seen. What are your thoughts?
I gotta be honest, I didn't. Do you mean the videos that were made?
Yes.
So the team videos. I only watched the one you made. That one was sick.
Yeah.
I mean, I messaged you. It was amazing. I gotta be honest, I haven't seen any of the other ones. My brother had his birthday today, and I just my bad, bro. My bad.
I mean,
my brother sucks for having his birthday today. Fuck that guy.
Bro, I mean, happy birthday to him, but
yeah, happy birthday.
I'm more important, Yeah.
I did watch. Did you make multiple?
Yeah, so I've done Entropy and V3. So
you did the Entropy one.
I did both of those ones,
that.
And then Maddie has done Heartbreakers, which we just announced.
Oh yeah.
That one was the behind the scenes, keep it hush hush ones.
Yeah.
So
well, no one told me anything, so I couldn't even have spoiled it.
Yeah, so that one was kept under the rug.
Well, yeah, but I guess we can change the role in Discord then, if that's fine.
We can update all those things now.
I'll do that real now.
Maybe I do still have those designs somewhere. I do still have them somewhere. Yes, we can now change all of those things And the
Heartbreakers,
team
huh?
name, yep, but that is their name. So
That's a cool name.
It's going to be an
Perfect.
interesting season for sure, seeing quite a few team changes, a couple of teams taking a back seat. It's with Godfathers and students taking a summer break. It's going to be
Interesting. Yeah.
So we don't have any tier 2 players now because students are taking a break. But so that means all of our teams are tier 3 and tier 4. So it will be different. It'll be different to see something a little bit mixed up, because the only team that's consistent is Depression here.
Yeah, they're nuts. I don't know how they're still tier 3, to be honest, but whatever.
Yep.
I can't wait for Entropy personally. I'm so hyped about that team. That's gonna be so fun to watch. It's insane. I don't know. Also, I don't know how. Or I do know how it happened, but it is so like it's so crazy that those 3 people kind of came together. It's very fun.
Yeah, but these things happen, and it happens at the right time. Sometimes it happens at the wrong time. But yeah, still in Silver 1 after 13 seasons. Oof. You'll get there eventually. It's just a large majority of the player base are still in the plat/diamond range, so trying to get higher up is a bit harder when you're in that middle section. Once you're out of it, it becomes a little easier in a way. But yeah. Indeed. Do you have any questions, Naomi?
No, I think Salad addressed everything quite well. I think they are going into it with the same mentality as they did before. So, and Cyclone, and Longy said Cyclone is aware of that, so it should be good on that front.
Mm-hmm.
And I know what they're capable of, so it's going to be good to see them do what they're doing, and most likely having fun on the backside of it as well.
Yeah, for sure. Also, one thing I do have to address: there is a typo in the title in the word announcements.
Yeah, I saw that as well, but that was too late.
It's never too late.
Where's the typo? What?
Announcement in the stream title.
Oh, did I spell that wrong? What?
You just missing any.
Did I spell it wrong?
Oh yeah, I did. Wow.
Something missing there, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
English.
Can't say that.
Yeah. But it's it's definitely going to be an interesting season to see where people are going to be at, because a lot of people are deciding that since it's summer they're going to not necessarily be as try-hardy, because they want to still have a summer, they want to have a holiday, they want to relax. But we'll see where we're at. Like when we probably have some post-game interviews, and then we'll have the end of season review in like September, whenever the season actually ends. August, September, somewhere around there. We'll again have another catch up with everybody and see what their thoughts were on the season, and I'll try and plan it a bit better and give people a bit more than 1 day's notice if they want to join the chat or not.
That'd be great.
But yeah, to be fair, with work I have been very busy. It's been a lot of 12-hour days, and I've not got on my computer at all. So trying to plan and do a lot of this stuff has been very much a panic, get it together kind of thing. But
we've been putting a lot of effort into UTB. The time you've spent editing the videos and stuff, it's very, and casting. Well, not at the moment, but overall, very honorable, very nice, very great.
But speaking of editing, you have stepped up into doing some of the editing for the videos. So what's your thoughts about doing them? Like, you happy to keep doing them, or is this just like a trial run for you? Like, what do you think about stepping up into that role?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I would be willing to do them every month, to be honest, because if I do, I would have to change something up. Like I've spent, I couldn't tell you exactly, but I'm just gonna say it. I'm like half a song through, and I've spent about 20 hours of editing. So if I want to do that every month, I would have to like, dial it back a bit and figure out some new strats, or a new way of doing it. But yeah, so the next ones that I maybe, if I do any new or any more, they're not going to be the same as this one. That's for sure. I cannot spend that much time every time.
No, so like from one editor to another, I generally will only start editing once I have a vision for things. Like I won't just sit there and be like, okay, cool. I'll just start putting things together and hope for the best. It's like if I don't, like if I'm like the thing that for me that takes the longest is finding the song. I can spend hours and hours looking for the right song. Once I found the right song, like the V3 video took me 48 minutes to make.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. 48 minutes from start to finish. All cuts, everything done. The song. But finding that song took me about 6 hours.
That's pretty sick.
So it's like, because I was like, I had a vision of like, okay, so I know what I want to make, but I just need to find the song. Like, I know what I want the song to sound like, it's starting off quiet, having a couple of drops and doing this, that, and the other. And it just so happened that the song that I found had that perfect moment in it to put that last clip in that you said you thought was funny. It just happened to line up so perfectly. It's like, yes, I'm going to build this around that one clip now, just to make everything else line up, and it was happened. Really funny, But yeah, that's how I. That's just how I generally edit. If I don't have a vision for something, I can't edit, and I'll just sit back and not do it. But in terms of workflow, a lot of presets will generally help you with things. Like if you know that, okay, these are the 3 main kind of transitions that I'll do, I'll favorite them just so they're always there, and I'll just alternate between them. This is the same title that I'll use, so I'll favorite that run, keep it there, so you're not spending ages looking for it again. And just like, if you know, like, how do I describe this? Like, a lot of the time, if you're slightly off with some things, people are generally not going to be too fussed about it.
Yeah.
So don't sweat about being like so perfect with timings for certain things. It's like, sometimes it's just better just to throw the clips in, and then once all the clips are in, then you start working out where you want it to go. Because it's just
I know what you mean. The not having to do it perfectly and stuff. That's like, I always tell myself no one's gonna notice that, and then even if I watch it, like I make a change, and when I'm editing, while I'm looking at it frame by frame, I'm like, this is good, this is better. But I know that no one's going to notice it, and then I watch it back, and I can't notice it myself, but I'm still like, I still need to do it every time. I want it to be, like the small things, like the actual editing parts. For example, the masks. There's one edit that I did where I had to manually mask, did I do it in After? Yeah, I did it in After Effects. And I did it so perfectly, even though it's like you can only see a couple of frames and it goes by so fast. It was the most useless shit I did, but I spent like half an hour on just masking.
Yeah. A lot of those kind of things also come with practice. Like, the more time you do it, the faster you'll get at doing those kind of things until it gets to a point where, like... Okay,
not masking. Not manual masking. Have you ever manually... Sorry to cut you off. Have you ever manually masked something in Premiere or After Effects?
I don't use either, so no.
Have you done it in DaVinci?
Nope.
DaVinci,
because it doesn't matter how fast you are, you have to do it every dude. Don't even get me started. It's such a hassle. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
But it is very powerful, so it is pretty cool.
So like, if you're doing things and then you don't notice, a timing being slightly off, chances are people are not gonna generally care.
No. But it's still in the back of my mind. I still kind of have to do it. I want to do it.
Because like when you look at mine, when the goal explosion happens to be on the beat, a lot of the time when you actually watch it and you slow it down or whatnot, the goal explosions are not on the beat.
Yeah.
I just get it close enough so that people's brains kind of think, oh yeah, it works perfectly in time.
Yeah,
No, it's not. It's slightly off because I can't be bothered because it's a lot of effort to try and match it up exactly perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I just want to get this edited quickly so it's like done. Because I could spend hours and hours and hours making sure that everything is perfectly done, but a lot of the time I'm just like, I will just put it in and then roughly get it in the right place, and then maybe slightly trim it down at the ends just to get the timings right for the next clip. But that's generally how I, as a editor, work. I said when I'm only doing the 2-3 minute long videos, I'm not doing a 10-minute long here's the highlights kind of thing.
We'll have to see how long it's gonna be. I thought, because I already messaged Longy about it, I was like, is it okay if it's only one song long?
Yeah.
Because again, I can't spend another I can't spend another 50 hours or something on it. I really don't want to do that. But I'm probably gonna have to do a second song, just because so many clips would be cut out, and then that second song I just kind of I do it a little bit differently, that it has less edits and just more more simple, so I can just kind of rattle off the clips and get them in there.
Yeah.
Because if I only do one song, it's like a 3.5 minute song. You can get a surprisingly little amount of clips into 3.5 minutes. It's 15, 20 or something. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's all it is. Because if every clip is 20 seconds long, you're not actually going to get that many in. But
hey guys,
as long as you get
I can edit as well. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, definitely. But
you did start an edit for a second, didn't you? And then how's that going? How did that? What's happened with that one?
No comments.
But it's like,
wait, it's not the right country. Oh shit!
Plead the fifth in the US.
Yeah. But it's like if you just kind of get a selection, I don't think people are going to be crying that that one particular clip didn't make the cut, unless they've specifically stated, oh, this is the absolute banger of all of my clips.
Yeah.
Then it's if you get a good selection in, it's just it's meant to be highlights, not here's every single clip. Because
I did trim it down a bunch, but it's still a lot of great clips.
Yeah, it's
Nick popped off. Midnight popped off.
If I would say, 3 or 4 clips per player, that is more than enough. But it's just the initial sifting through, because some players submit a lot more clips than others.
For sure.
So
we'll see. I'm gonna finish up the song, and then depending on how many bangers I still have in my library, or still downloaded, I guess, from everyone submitting.
We can always just chuck in a short 1 minute song, right? So then you can just put in I found 3 extra clips. Just put in a 1 minute song. Happy days, and that'll be it. But yeah, that is if you actually need any more help with it, just let me know and I can try and step in and help. Unless you want to,
that's nice.
Unless you want to keep this as your baby, your precious. But yeah,
I think so. I do that with everything. I really don't like spoiling anything for anyone. But if I need help, I'll hit you up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I did create another chat in the creative corner. So if you ever need a hand with it, just jump into that chat and then we'll.
You mean the VC? I saw that. Yeah.
The VC one that I've created down there.
Yeah.
Just hop in there, ping me a message, and then I'm more than happy to sit in there and have a chat with you about things.
Thank you.
Just so you're not stressing out too much about it, because like we don't want you to stress out about creating this. It's just a fun little thing. Well, it's meant to be fun, but if it's causing you too much stress, then
no, it's the main person causing. Like no one would like. No one like. There are so many nice people in the server. I'm not. No one's stressing me out from like anyone else besides me. That was a horrible sentence, but I'm like the main culprit. I tend to go overboard when it comes to editing for no reason. But it is kind of fun as well, so whatever.
Salad is a perfectionist, we know it. He does.
But only in certain regards. So for some other things, I don't give a shit about it.
Well,
like
yeah,
my room,
in terms of
you should see
editing.
my room.
Now, in terms of your room is quite sick as well, but yeah, in terms of editing, I've had some talks with Salad as well. His crafts is gonna be very, perfect, and just the way he likes it. I mean, we can brush upon the video you posted a little bit.
but
What a kind of masterclass that was! Holy shit! I did not expect that from you.
But that's just just giving you a little insight of some of the behind the scenes. Again, going back to the behind the scenes stuff, it's a lot of stuff does actually happen, and some people just think, here's all my clips. Some guy goes into a dark room and then magic happens, and then ta-da, video. That's generally what a lot of people think just happens. Just some guy sits in a room, waves his fingers at the computer, and then a video just appears. It's like there is a lot of stuff that goes behind the scenes. Like some people can spend days, weeks, months making one video, and you look at it like, this is only like a 5-minute video. Why did it take you so long? Because there's so many little things that you kind of got to do, and people just don't realize.
For sure, yeah.
But
also, ever since I've started editing, because I've only I probably have Premiere for like half a year now, a little over, like 7-8 months. And ever since I started editing, I respect, like I can appreciate YouTube videos so much more. Like every single edit in them, I see like all the small details and stuff, and it's been really fun. Like it makes me appreciate so many, like the editors for people or like YouTubers themselves that edit. It's very cool. It's been very fun.
Yeah. But yeah, so that I said, like, just ping me a message as and when. But that is, I think, everything that I've got to talk about. So yeah, if you have any more,
That was nice.
Yeah, any closing remarks that you'd like to make, then yeah.
Oh, I'm very bad with closing remarks.
Any last words?
Any last words? Yes.
Stay in school. Don't do drugs unless they're fun.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Yes, that's
it.
ibuprofen and paracetamol. Yeah.
Those are great. I've heard those are great. I wouldn't know.
Yes.
I'll eat my. Actually, closing remark. I'll eat my ribs now. I have a plate of ribs next to me.
I have a pizza sat next to me. I've had it sat next to me for the past 2 hours. I'm like, I want to eat it.
That's painful.
I've been slowly eating through some potato wedges that I have next to me. But, yeah.
What? You eat pizza with potato wedges?
It's just 'cause I ordered it from Pizza Place. So yeah, I've got some potato wedges and pizza.
Nick, you cannot have my ribs.
My ribs. They protect my boobies. Yeah, I appreciate you again.
Yeah, thanks for popping in, Salad. We thought you wouldn't make it.
Very last minute, but to be fair, I was like, I asked a couple of people. I was like, "This is very last minute. Are you available?"
Yeah.
I was like, I completely forgot that. I was like, yes, because it was go with. I was like, this is gonna be like a press conference. Like, that's not what I originally had planned, but yeah, sure, we'll make it into a press conference.
Yeah.
I was just gonna do like a review of the streams and then announce all the teams. But then it's like, yeah, we'll have some talking from other players. But yeah,
I mean, I told you, I messaged you that I might not make it without even knowing, or I kind of. Wait, did I know? Somehow I knew that you. I actually can't remember what the timeline of things right now.
I think you assumed it was a press conference as well.
I didn't do much assuming because I was really not involved. I talked to Lonnie a little bit, and he was like, "I don't know, did Maddie No. Longy, right? Longy asked me if Ty already talked to me about doing an interview on at the like press conference or whatever.
The answer is
And
no.
I was
I
like,
did
no
not.
one. Yeah, no one messaged me, and then I didn't know what was up.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about various people. Like I was gonna be like, oh yeah, no, I'll message Nick, see if he's around, but then like it kind of escaped my mind, and the only people I could think of at the time to message was Nomi and Silver. I was like, great, that'll do.
Wait, Silver was on.
Yeah, Silver was on
Yeah.
earlier.
Nice, love that guy.
Yeah.
What did he do? Did you
He
also just
announced-
interview him?
He actually announced UT the new 2v2 team.
UT bro.
UT bro.
Yeah,
Damn, I gotta check the VOD. Holy shit! Everything happened while I was gone.
yeah, it did happen. A lot of new stuff.
Who's in UT bro? May I ask?
Spoilers.
It's gonna be yours truly, Nick and Silver.
Damn, Nick and Silver.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite crazy.
Wait, the NXCK Nick or the other Nick?
The depression
NXCK,
Nick.
yeah. Depression Nick.
Damn,
The depressed Nick.
that's also a fire team.
Yeah, yeah.
Also for LOS.
Yeah. LOS 2v2.
We have so many cool teams and so many cool people. That's the same person.
Mm.
I was saying, I'm gonna say old Nick, NIK, who I have not talked to in about a year.
Old UTB Nick. Yeah.
Yeah, very old UTB Nick.
UTB pensioners should be their name.
Retirees.
All right. Yeah. I don't think I have anything else about you, Ty.
No, I think that's all I've got to ask Salad. Other than
It's been fun.
keep going. You
Thank
got
you.
this with the edit. You got this.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh!
So nice. And thank you for the videos again.
No
Well,
problem.
I only I've seen one of them, but that one was very cool. I'm sure the other one is as well.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, Nomi says yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good video.
Yeah.
I approve.
He approves.
Yes.
All right, guys. Well, I'll leave you alone.
Yep.
Oh, what was that?
I was gonna say thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, okay.
Very last
Get
minute.
outta
Oh,
here.
thanks for having me.
But yeah,
Get
get
out
out
of
of
here.
here.
Fuck you, Nomi.
Get out of here
Nah,
already.
it's all right. I'm gone. Have a good one. Good night. Bye bye.
Good night. Thank you, Salad.
No.
Right. Summarize. One question from Maddie for a quick chat for that, but it would be a
Yeah.
quick response in the what question would you like to ask as the heartbreak captain?
Ooh.
Because Maddie is the
What
captain
are
for that.
your expectations for the team, dynamically, mentally, and stat-wise? Like, where do you place on the table? There you go. Summarize the question.
Hmm.
How about you, Ty?
That's
Anything you want to
That's
ask?
a very, very solid, because this is Maddie's first time being a captain as well.
Indeed
Essay
it
type
is.
question. So yes, first time being a captain, so because Go Away's kind of doing his own thing, so Maddie stepped up into doing the captain role. So I mean Go Away's also in the chat, so we'll get a quick. He can answer one for us as well. So Go Away, what do you, since you're also here, one last time. Yep, we'll hydrate and posture check.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make my posture worse. There you go. Now I'm gonna sit like this.
That's what I mean, like Maddie is the captain for this season. We should cook, but nothing is set in stone. We aim to do better than the others in the league by putting in the work and silver by ourselves to Jesus. Indeed. But yeah, Go Away, I've got one question for you. Like, as you have stepped away from doing that kind of managing stuff and letting Maddie be the captain for this one, what do you feel in terms of as a individual and as a team, where what do you see to improve at as a player and as a team? That's my question for Go Away. Stretch. No, you stretch.
Yeah.
But at least I've redone my room, so I actually have space.
That's nice.
Yeah, because it's the summer, so now I can put my wall back against the outside. My wall against the my bed against the outside wall, because in the winter it gets quite moldy on that wall, so I kind of move away from there.
Okay.
I'm not really concerned with improving individually. Just play some team. We will bull in league games. Yes, that is the right attitude. We will bull and we will cook. That is how UTB rolls.
Are you gonna break some hearts? That is the big question.
Yes, are you going to break hearts? That's the question we all want to know. Because you are the heartbreakers, therefore. How many hearts are you going to break? You're a pro breaker.
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh no. This
Got a player over here.
Player! Death absent. Oh, that's just...
Oh no.
How dare you call them out like that?
Yikes.
You just called them out. How dare you do that? But yes, I think that is everything on our agenda this time around. Yep, that looks like everything on our agenda. There's some interesting. Yes, training. That is something, because since you're a new team. Well, an old team, but new team at the same time.
Reformed. Refurbished.
Yeah, that's the word. Refurbished.
Refurbished.
Got
Got some new furniture.
The new furniture, yep. Yeah. What kind of furniture would... Like, okay, here's a question. What kind of furniture would you be? Not necessarily Heartbreaker. If you had to be a piece of furniture, what furniture would you be?
Oh, yeah.
That's the question. That's our closing question for the night.
That's like a hard hitter, that one. Take your time to answer that one.
If you had to be a piece of furniture, what would... Because to be fair, that is actually on the IKEA hiring thing. If you want to apply for a job at IKEA, they'll ask you which piece of IKEA furniture would you be.
Really?
And they don't give you a spot to... They only give you enough space to write the name of a piece of furniture. No explanation. A chair. So Madison big, isn't it me?
Oh, wow.
Tilting chair, because the symbol of chilling. A bidet.
Ooh, I like that answer.
To clean up other people's mess.
Oh, that's a good one as well.
Bidet in the living room, yeah. Ooh, if I had to be a piece of furniture, what would I be? That's actually that's a very good question. Like, I come up with the question, I'm like, I don't know what I would actually pick myself. What would I be?
God, so...
What piece of furniture would you be?
I don't know. I'm gonna say sofa, because that's where you chill, and yeah. And I'm fat, I guess. So fat sofa. There you go. That's my answer.
A fat sofa.
Yes. Only chill vibes, but fat as well.
What would you be, like one of those L-shaped sofas with the extra foot bits in the middle, so you can kind of make it a big ass bed? Would it be like one of those kind of sofas?
Yeah.
A door so you can get slammed.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Hello, yo.
Wow, surgery workers.
The freaking chat is going wild.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. You got to ask the interesting questions and then get everyone questioning their reality. Like, what?
Getting sus here. What's going on?
I don't actually know what piece of furniture. I'd probably be like a sofa or a bed, something like that, just so you can
nice
relax and chill out as well.
Yeah, you get my vibe. You get my vibe.
Yeah, it's a good one. But that is where we're gonna leave, because everybody needs food. Everybody needs food. Everybody wants to eat. I have my food right here, and I haven't eaten it yet.
Damn.
Yeah, it's been sad.
Cold pizza vibes.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because but yes, I do appreciate you, everybody, stopping by, and Naomi for joining me.
Of course.
You the MVP for joining.
Nah. I won't have that. The only MVP is you for keeping the casting scene and the content streaming side of things alive. So I think you're the MVP here. I'm just here for the ride, man.
That's right. Nah, I mean, to be fair, you did quite a lot of talking for it. At the beginning,
I insist, Ty. Take that MVP role.
Fine, I'll take it this time. And next time it's you.
If it wasn't for you meddling kids.
Get off my lawn! Yeah. But yeah, appreciate
it was good
everybody
fun.
who came and had a chat. Got 400 more points. Yep. One sofa leg keeping the UTB sofa up.
That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll take it. Why not? But yeah, everybody that joined us, Silver and Salad, for the comments on stuff, variety of different stuff. Thank you guys for joining, and yeah, everybody in chat as well for coming to see the reveals and whatnot. That was yeah, there's something different. Definitely something different having this many reveals in one season. We'll see where it takes us. We kind of have a bit of a mixed expectations.
Yeah, that's fair to say.
Mixed expectations. Not saying bad expectations, it's just mixed. Some, really high, some it's we want to be in the middle. So
That's a political answer, and I like it. We'll go with that.
We'll go with that one, yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, indeed. I don't have an ending screen because I didn't put that together.
Smile and wave.
Smile and wave, and then just click end the stop stream button because I haven't created an ending screen for this just yet. So I kind of threw this together.
It's fine. I'm used to this.
I just threw this together in like 5 minutes. It's like, bye!